I'm Valerie. Welcome to the owner's class video for the Singer Quantum Stylist 9960 sewing machine. In this video, we're going to go over some great stuff like a tour of the machine, threading a needle, winding a bobbin, selecting stitches, making buttonholes, and a bunch of other great stuff. This machine has a lot of capabilities, and you can read all about them in your instruction manual, full of all sorts of great information, so you'll want to keep this handy. Let's take a tour of the machine. The first thing we're going to do with our machine is plug in the power cord and the foot control and turn the machine on. And you'll know the machine is on when the light and screen come on. On the side of your machine we have a hand wheel that you always should turn towards you. On the top we have a carry handle which makes our machine extra portable. And we have a lid that opens up to show all of the stitches we get with this machine. And underneath this lid we have a bobbin winding stopper, a bobbin winding spindle, a spool pin where our thread's going to go, and it already comes with some spool felt and a spool cap, a bobbin winding tension disc, and a metal guide for threading. On the front of our machine we have our screen, some function buttons, and some quick select stitch buttons, and these show our most commonly used utility stitches. Over here we have a speed control lever, an automatic thread trimmer, a needle up-down button which also doubles as a button that can slow down the machine while we're sewing while pressed, a reverse button, a start-stop button which lets us use the machine when the foot control is unplugged, and the light will be green when the presser foot's down, and that lets you know you can sew. When we use the presser foot lever to raise the presser foot, the light turns red, which means that we should not be sewing now. Down here we have our needle, our all-purpose presser foot, built-in needle threader, and over here is a buttonhole lever, and we'll talk about that more when we make a buttonhole. Down here we have our bobbin, and if we remove our accessory tray, we expose the free arm of the machine, which allows us to sew things like pants hems and cuffs really easily. On the front of the free arm we have these little markings and a lever, and this is our drop feed lever. Right now the feed teeth are up, and if we move it over to the left, our feed teeth go down. This is great if we want to do any free motion sewing or sewing on buttons. To raise the feed teeth again, just move this back over to the right and turn your hand wheel one complete rotation. And they're back up. In your accessory tray we also get some really great accessories. Let's take a look at some of those presser feet. In addition to the all-purpose foot that already comes on your machine, you get all of these other presser feet too. And that includes a zipper foot, which is used for inserting zippers, but you can also use it for making and inserting piping. A button sewing foot, which is the foot that's clear with the two blue toes, and that's used for sewing on buttons. A blind hem foot, used for making blind hems, which is great on like wool trousers. A cording foot, which is used to sew up to 3 cords in the groove, and you sew a decorative stitch over them to embellish whatever project you want. A satin stitch foot, which is used for sewing satin stitches, great for applique. A rolled hem foot, for making a professional rolled hem. Open toe foot, which is transparent and has a wide opening so that you can easily apply and see trims. An overcasting foot, which helps you sew overcasting stitches, which is really great on knit fabrics. A buttonhole foot, so you can sew buttonholes. A patchwork foot, which sews at a 1/4 inch, which is really great for quilting. And speaking of quilting, we also get a darning embroidery foot, which is great for free motion quilting or making freehand monograms. And the even feed walking foot, which is great if you're sewing over multiple layers that might shift, so like a quilt sandwich or velvet.